100 million. I am going to set a goal by the time that I reach 50, that's 6 years from now, that I am going to reach 100 million people, 100 million researchers, 100 million scientists, 100 million potential scholars, 100 million high school students, 100 million individuals that have been affected and that they're positive and they're excited and they're inspired to do cool things in this world where they don't feel trapped, where they feel like they can tackle the world. And I want to do that. And I know that this seems extraordinary. I'm sitting in my kitchen right now. I want to do that here by sitting in my kitchen, by doing it one little tiny step, one little day at a time, to see, so you could see where I have come from and to see where you can go, so that everybody else can see, if this person can do it, so can I. 100 million people is an extraordinary goal. And I'm so nervous actually talking about this and being very open about it, because I know I'm going to fall flat on my face. But I'm going to reach for that. I'm going to try to affect 100 million people where they feel inspired, they feel good, that they feel like they're going to wake up every day and being thankful that they're actually here today, doing the things that they're doing. I'm going to affect 100 million people where they are going to look at what they're actually doing and saying, can I actually do a little bit better? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Whatever that thing is that you're supposed to do. But I'm going to actually get 100 million people to question the norms that they currently live in and say, wait a minute, why am I actually listening to these norms? Why am I not pursuing things that make me excited? Why am I actually not pursuing amazing things that I think are important, not because they think it is important? I am going to inspire 100 million people to be innovators, entrepreneurs, to do things that they were too afraid to do. And I know that that seems absolutely outrageous. And I think about that right now as how outrageous that actually is. But I need something that is going to convince all of you that this Reciprocity Project is real. It's making a difference. It's actually turning people from feeling deeply insecure and feeling afraid about the world and thinking that they can actually do this, that they can take a step. And that step is going to be a little bit, is going to be tiny, and it's not going to feel like anything, but that little step is going to turn into something. And man, it's going to take me so many times. This is like so rough to think about, but I'm going to get there. It's going to be 100 million people around the world that are going to be affected by this by the time that I am 50 years old. And they're going to look at it, they're going to look at themselves and say, that one little lone nut that started in his living room is actually doing something. Why can't I do that? Why can't I put in the work where it's going to be so painful throughout the process, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to figure out how to make this thing work, whatever that thing is. And I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, I have all of these problems that I face and I don't know what to do, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm actually going to pursue it, and I'm going to change the world and make my world, that little tiny thing that's inside of me, make it better. Make it so I feel that I can get up. Make it so I feel like, hey, I'm doing something that's worthwhile. Make it so that people around the world, it doesn't matter where they're from and what situation that they're in, that they can say, I can do something today that makes me feel good. Whether it is trying to work a little harder, whether it is to taking time off and not working when they actually need to, whether it is feeling that they're solid, they're comfortable, that they're doing good things inside, and they're putting in all of this deep work, whether it is actually reaching out to somebody, going to see a mental health professional or whoever that's going to help you out, going and just feeling like I am me and I'm good enough to be me at this given moment. Little old me from Dryden, Ontario, a little tinky town in the middle of nowhere that actually goes and affects 100 million people, makes 100 million people feel positive, feel that they can do things, feel that they're not stuck, feel that they are excited to tackle the world, and that they will look at some hard problem. They'll say, I can do that. I can affect 100 million people. What an extraordinary thing that is for me to be able to do by the time that I'm 50 years old. And I hope you do the same thing. I hope you look at the world around you and you start thinking, what can I possibly do? Why am I actually not pursuing that thing? What is it that's holding me back? And I know that in 6 years from now, where I am, I might not look the same thing. I might have a number of different differences, but it might be the exact same thing as what it is right now. And it might look the exact same thing, but I'm going to try. I'm going to actually try to make a difference in 100 million people. Who else can say that? And I think you can do that if you wanted to. You just have to stand up and actually want to. You have to stand up and say, I'm going to do this one little thing every day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to try and try and try, and it's going to feel ridiculous, and I'm going to feel like nobody's paying attention. I'm going to feel like this thing is a waste of time, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do it every single day. So help me create this, turn it into 100 million people that have been positively affected, that they're excited, that they want to get up, and that they are fully charged and they feel good about themselves, but also that they know that they can tackle an enormous problem, one little tiny step every single day.